Other interesting political news, you have a Florida homeowner shooting an intruder to death and a sheriff approves. Now this comes to us thanks to Libs of TikTok, which she says, quote, a Florida homeowner shot an intruder dead. The sheriff says if you break into someone's home, she should, I was gonna say, click that subscribe button. It may very well help with my speaking ineptitudes. When I first started the show, believe it or not, I spoke even worse than I do today. Basically, I had no subscribers, well, maybe family, and I spoke faster than Ben Shapiro, and I would stumble over my words worse than Joe Biden trying to climb upstairs. But as I slowly but surely gain more subscribers, I become slightly more articulate. Yes, the bar is quite low, but a statistical improvement nevertheless. So if you can click that button, it very well may help with me speaking through an entire episode coherently and at a slow, understandable pace. The number one thing I'm working on in 2025, and I greatly appreciate your patience, as well as clicking that subscribe button. Now, what I was attempting to say was, quote, the sheriff says if you break into someone's home, you should expect that you're going to get shot. And she says, quote, gotta love Florida. Florida protects the Second Amendment and your right to defend yourself. Here you have a little news clip here.
Happened around 9 o'clock last night on Hickory Hammock Circle in Bradenton. Deputies say surveillance video shows two men trying to get in through the back of the home. Now, they say the homeowner saw it happening, got his gun, and fired at least 3 shots. A bullet hit one of the men. That man later died in the hospital. A canine deputy found the other suspect a few blocks away, and he is in jail this noon.
I praise this husband for doing what he needed to do to protect his home, to protect his family. And if you're going to be that brazen to come into my home, once again, you should expect that you're going to be shot.
God bless. I used to say God bless Texas. You should always, but God bless Florida. Now, one of the most important things people need to understand about, legal right to defend yourself, the importance of the stand your ground law. Now, thank God, places like Florida and Texas have it. It means you have the legal right to defend yourself with deadly force if you feel your life is under duress and you think you're under the threat of death. That is vitally important. The reason this homeowner was, well, not just culturally, we praise him for doing the right thing, protecting your home, but the reason politically why he is in the safe is because of that stand your ground law and also the castle doctrine. So there's a couple things in play here because, again, this is home. Now, this is the antithesis of cities in areas like Chicago, as well as places like New Jersey. Now, again, if anyone ever wants to, say we need more gun laws, just remember, point out Chicago, New Jersey, Illinois, New Jersey, some of the worst places on the planet, not just for business, but culturally and politically, as well as crime. Again, in New Jersey and Illinois, you have a right to retreat, quote unquote. So again, it sounds so mentally vacuous and perverse that you think I'm making it up. I'm not. And again, not a lawyer, but I do own a suit. The right to retreat law means if someone breaks into your house, you do not have the right to defend yourself or your family using deadly force. You have, quote unquote, the right to retreat. So legally speaking, if someone breaks into your front door, legally, you need to turn around and try to flee the area and retreat through your back door. Hence the term in the vernacular, the right to retreat. That should scare the shit out of anyone, pardon the French, and is so evil that they're giving the advantage to the bad guys. Again, politically speaking, not only is it good because, again, the sheriff is giving that message out, hey, criminals, don't mess with our town. We are not only tolerant, but we are empowering. We want our citizens armed. Also, another good example of an armed society is a place society. Those bad guys, well, for sure, that one bad guy won't try it again. And it should probably, message will be sent to other bad guys, don't mess with that home. In fact, you might want to go to another city. In another city, actually. This is a good place, Florida. And yeah, thankfully, went a little viral. Got 400,000 views and 11,000 likes. Now, I'm a little biased. I think the first comment, it comes from a very handsome and brilliant individual. It's me. Hashtag the topping show on X. I say, quote, thank God, yet in New Jersey and liberal states, you have the right to retreat and be a victim. Never lived in a blue state. Getting 21 likes, which, yeah. Because again, if you're in New Jersey and you shot someone to come to your home, they would arrest you. You would be prosecuted. How effed up and disgusting is that? People wonder, why is crime going up in Illinois and New Jersey and California? It's because all the laws and mechanisms, incentive mechanisms, are all helping the bad guys, not the good guys. Now, Paul Zupa says, quote, Americans have the right to defend themselves. Democrat politicians like Biden and Harris try to take away that right. That's why Americans voted Dems out of the White House, getting 137 likes. Stanford says, expect to be shot, and it's an AI picture of a grandma crocheting a tank, which, depending on where you live, you can own a tank and fun things like grenade launchers, although creating grenades takes a lot of legal paperwork. Someday. They got 59 likes. Jeez. Meat and Potato says damn straight, and it says Florida, America's mullet. There's a picture of a guy where the Florida state outline is the mullet and his glasses and mustache. Got 71 likes. Going down more and more. Anti-woke meme says God bless Florida. It's a picture of a man. What is it? Oh no, yeah, a man with a Glock 17. Looks too big to be 19. Yeah, nevertheless, a gentleman with a pistol and he has his wife and child behind him. It says it's God-given right to defend your God-given right to defend your God-given life. Getting 196 likes. Oh, 223 likes. Went up like a stock right before our eyes. Also, one of my favorite quotes actually when it comes to the Second Amendment and the importance of firearms is an age-old saying. It says, God made man, but Samuel Colt made man equal. Because again, one of the best, and again, I'm a big proponent, I believe we need to increase the percentage of females who do carry concealed in the United States. One of the instances where, again, a 90-pound female with a pistol is on par with a bodybuilder. Makes her equal to him. Because again, she's never going to be able to physically beat him up. If you got, Arnold Schwarzenegger versus a little gal, well, I guess, Arnold Schwarzenegger is peak, you know what I'm saying. Again, and a little fun fact, Samuel Colt is famous not just for the Colt revolver, his company, but is the first successful patent for a repeating revolver. The other ones that have misfires, they want to work quite right, because again, they're still trying to figure out how to make it quite right, and he was one of the most successful firearm designers in history. And oddly enough, I believe actually has the same birth date, not year, but, calendar day and date, as the founder of Glock, Gaston Glock, which is quite interesting. I believe it. But nevertheless, yeah, it is still, it's not just your right, it's your duty, I would argue, to defend yourself and your family. I Love American News says Florida gets it. It says number of firearms in U.S. civilian hands tops 470 million, getting 92 likes, which, yeah, that's true. It's kind of like, what was that old cliche? Was it Pringles or some snack where it's like you can't stop with just one? Yeah, most people who have guns don't just have one. Like, you start to love all calibers. Diversity is a beautiful thing. Why not aspire to have a 50 BMG like a Barrett M107A1 suppressed? I'm a little biased. It's on my vision board. I definitely want one of those one of these days, but they're a pretty penny. Also have House Translate Florida Man. The guy in a gal in a car says, look, a gun store, maybe I'll get one. And she goes, people don't need guns. The next picture of her sitting on the street and him having 3 AR-15s in the passenger seat in the car. And 43 likes, which, yeah, I believe every law-abiding citizen should have a gun in the United States. You also should not have sales tax for guns, because again, it's a right, should be taxed on that. But another topic for another time, perhaps. I understand it's still a good manufacturer and business are getting profit off of it, but nevertheless, throwing down more and more. Let's have another. This is Florida as well. We have another share from Photo Guy saying, "quote These guys are the best."
As to the person, we don't know which homeowner shot at him. I guess they think that they did something wrong, which they did not. If somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually. So come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday, and if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save the taxpayers money.
Got 33 likes. Again, I think every sheriff would get those messages out there, and it's very refreshing. Depending on where you live, there are sometimes very anti-gun sheriffs. They don't want their citizens armed. Again, great example of politics and voting. In many instances, you actually vote for your local sheriffs and local law enforcement leaderships. And again, I think, yeah, more guns the better in law-abiding citizens' hands. I don't see any contrarian statements thus far. Anti-left means saying, dear home intruders. So it has that cliche, the old whiteboard of F around and find out with the graph there. That got 38 likes. People saying, I love living in Florida. A lot of pictures around DeSantis. Again, famously the governor. Jacob Graber says, quote, crime would go down significantly if this happened across the country, getting 17 likes, which, yes, 110%, I agree with that. Again, bad guys may be stupid, but they're not dumb, so to say. They go after soft targets. They know if they break into a house in New Jersey, you can't fight back with deadly force. You have to retreat, which, again, is so viscerally disgusting and un-American. It's hard to fathom that exists in this time and day in our country. That sounds like something Canadians would do, which, again, President Trudeau said, oh yeah, you don't have a right to defend yourself with a firearm in Canada, or SOBs over there. Some say we should liberate them from that dictator. Maybe we will someday. Let's see. You also have Florida A+ for marketing and for this comment placement for this article. you have someone by the name of Florida Man responding, saying, quote, "Now this is the kind of story that would be entirely different in New York. The homeowner would be jailed by Alvin Bragg." Getting 18, let's say 19 likes. And again, it's very important. In many states, you're having constitutional carry being passed, which means you're not required to take a safety course or a qualification course. But I still highly recommend it. Just so one of the biggest things you learn, not just shooting proficiency. Most people are comfortable with that after a couple lessons, but you learn the legal ramifications when you go to those classes. Because again, every time you shoot a gun, you're legally responsible for that bullet leaving the barrel, no matter your intentions. And again, in this case, it was a good shot. It's very appropriately placed. But again, if that shot misses him and goes somewhere else, you're still legally, the legal ramifications are still going to apply to you. So again, I still highly recommend taking those concealed carry and those qualification courses, even if they're not legally required anymore in many states. So yeah, thank God, it's a good story. Again, the family was not hurt. It's going to have gone a whole another way. And I hope this spreads politically in the United States in terms of other states adopting their policies. All right, one more meme. We have House of Trad saying men in Florida, and it says other countries think Americans top their Christmas trees with, and someone has is it a Glock 17 or 19 on top of a Christmas tree, and the slide is locked backward, so the Christmas tree very top branch pokes through it's on the top of the Christmas tree, so the top Christmas branch goes through the handle of the firearm, past the barrel and all the way up. And they actually do have, of course, a tactical light on it turned on because the Christmas tree lights are turned on, which that's not the worst idea. I've seen worse Christmas toppers out there. That's not a bad idea. That did get 4 likes as well. So thankfully, a good story. And let me know your thoughts, especially if you live in a state that has a right to retreat. I mean, do you think will New Jersey ever be a place that's fathomable to live, let alone defend yourself? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Like I say, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.